Welcome to Just Beachy with Deb
and Wendy.
Growing up in the 70s in our Toronto Beach neighborhood was a time unlike any other. Bell-bottom pants, high handlebars and banana seats, water buffalo sandals, crazy adventures, and home with the streetlights. We have lots of stories to share.
So sit back and join us as we reminisce about the people and the times that shaped our lives. Welcome to Podcast 15. Welcome. Welcome and take a seat, won't you? Come have a listen to Deb and Wendy. We're happy that you're here with us. Now sit down with your cup of tea. How's that?
You've been thinking. Wendy spends her quiet time thinking of new jingles. That was good. I like that.
Welcome to Just Beachy, to Just Beachy, to Just Beachy.
Willkommen, everybody. Tout le monde. We are Deb and Wendy. We come from the beach.
The beach.
Not the beaches.
Yes. With no money.
Get a little amaka again. Oh, don't get me going. And drinking sound.
That makes the world
go round. Money. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Okay.
We might have to edit this part out. We're a little punchy. It's November. It's just the world is punchy right now. So we're going to escape back to the 70s and not think about the dumpster fire around us and just hang on to those groovy vibes.
Groovy.
You know, think David Cassidy and HR Puffin stuff and and that cheesy little kid that was on that show.
Oh,
and
wasn't it Jack Wilde?
Jack Wilde.
Yeah, he was an Oliver as well, right? He was the Artful Dodger.
That's right. Good memory.
Well, I can actually remember going to Balmy Beach. They played movies occasionally in the gym. Mm-hmm. And that was a movie I went and saw by myself. And it was kind of a very intense movie, too.
It was good. No, that was a very good movie.
Yeah, so sad.
We grew up with some really good movies and great stars of the day. Mm-hmm. You know, the 30s and 40s had them, and the 70s did, too. I remember the Fox Theater, right? Yeah. We would go to the Fox. Or we'd go out to Birchcliff, way out past Warden to the Birchcliff Theater.
And we would walk there, right?
Yeah.
What was that movie with Jan Michael Vincent? The World's Greatest Athlete?
Oh, yes.
I can remember walking along Kingston Road from home and seeing that movie. That was probably one of the first movies I saw, with you guys.
That was a long walk, too.
It was.
That was Victoria Park out to Warden, past Warden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's an ambulance station, but it used to be a theater.
Totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, we saw a lot of movies there, but sometimes the Fox would run, new shows, and I remember we went to see They Shoot Horses, Don't They?
Oh, with Jane Fonda?
Yeah, we were way too young for that. I mean, I didn't get it. They just danced a lot and were grumpy, but it was a very strange movie.
I don't know where I saw this one, but one of my most favorite movies. And when I was just 17 or 18 was Hair. That was with Chuck Williams.
Yes.
That was a great movie. And I still have the soundtrack from that one, too. I actually have the DVD of Hair.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
That was very groovy. Very groovy.
Very 70s.
Very 70s.
Or 60s.
Did we? Maybe. Godspell. Godspell was 70s. And the cast. Oh, my God. The cast of Godspell.
Well, I can remember... Oh, geez. This would be, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. I bought Godspell, the DVD. Mm-hmm. And it was the weirdest thing ever.
It's a very weird movie.
It was very weird.
But
I love the music. I mean, I have actually the soundtrack from the movie and the soundtrack from, I think, a Broadway production.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got, and well, Jesus Christ Superstar too,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Our beloved, the
Oh
director,
yeah. Sorry,
who
Norman Jewison.
Jewison, who grew up, he lived on Bingham.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. God,
And Ted Neely was Jesus.
yeah. But it's kind of the same kind of thing, like out of context, kind of, you
Hmm.
know, um, very, very avant-garde for its time. The
You had to
planes
be
going
very
over.
open-minded
Yeah,
to go see that. But that was a really good one too.
yeah, yeah. We saw some good stuff. It was, it shaped us in a way.
It did. It had to be a certain shape, but it it worked
Indeed,
for us. But
it did.
I can remember though going as a group and seeing Jesus Christ Superstar at the Fox, and some of the people that we were with when we came out kind of went, "What was that?" It's just like they weren't sure what to expect. Kind of like Mom going to watch Jaws with Joe, with our younger brother.
Oops. I have to apologize for my barking dog. There's a lot of activity around the house tonight.
Yeah, so we saw some great movies, and I can remember too being younger and Mom taking us to go see like Snow White, the classic Disney movies too. And then as we got older, we got to make our own choices.
That's right. That's right.
The Blues Brothers. Oh my gosh. I can remember seeing that several times too. That was the movie to see, right?
That was brilliant.
That would
Yeah.
be like in 78, maybe 79.
I don't know. It all melts into one ball of film.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how things stand up.
Animal House.
Yeah, John Belushi was really,
Yeah.
not ready for primetime players. And
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live was rising. And what is it? In its 50th year now?
My gosh, that is so scary.
I had the 40th anniversary collection. Now I got to. God. But, the caliber of talent, I loved just the brilliance of, SCTV. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
And also, the brilliant troupe on Saturday Night Live, a lot of whom were Canadian, and Lorne Michaels himself. And, we just made such a mark on TV that everybody knew.
Well, and even as we talked about in a quiz that I got the answer wrong, the Hilarious House of Frightenstein, like there were some really good actors in that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was on like an odd hour of the day, I think. So, but then there were the other ones, the cartoons, like The Wizard of Oz. There are three sets, also me, oh my, right?
Mm-hmm.
And The Adventures of Pinocchio.
And Hercules.
Hercules. Hercules. Oh
That's me. That's me.
And they were on like at 6:30 in the morning. I can remember working one summer with my friend Jenny for teachers for summer school around the Peep and Gerard area. So I had to get up early every day and head there. And those were the shows that were on, like The Wizard of Oz, The Adventures of Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, why are they playing on CFTO? Right?
Yeah.
Channel 9. Why are they playing these at 6:30 in the morning?
Because kids are up that early.
I guess so.
Yeah, so. And it was probably not the best thing to show at 10 o'clock in the morning because it was kind of, what is it, filler. It was filler.
I guess so.
Let's keep them entertained.
Yeah. And then, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner hour. Do they even play that anymore?
I don't think so.
That was a great, I can remember Sunday afternoons at 5:00, right?
Yeah.
That came on. And, once that was done, dinner was ready. It was kind of like every Sunday, that's what we did.
That's true.
And, they were great cartoons and talking, before we used to rush home at lunch to watch the Flintstones and then rush back to school, but it was
our life was ruled by TV programs.
It's so true. And then, we talked about before, like Shea Helen, Mr. Dress Up, The Friendly Giant,
yeah.
And they were all such good shows. I don't think we ever watched Mr. Rogers. I don't think that was a big thing in Canada. Or not that I
Sometimes.
recall.
He was on PBS, so
Maybe
that was I guess we got like not too many channels back
maybe
then.
we didn't get that station.
Yeah.
But Rocket Ship 7, 7:30 in the morning, that came on till 9.
Promo the Robot.
With Commander Tom and Dave. What was
Thomas?
Dave Thomas, but what was he known as on that?
I think he was just Dave Thomas.
Maybe. I know he did the news on.
Yeah. Well, today you're on a children's show and you do the news and talk about the fire at Genesee in Maine.
Seriously.
Buffalo was always on fire. They really want Irv Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. Do you know where your children are?
Irv Weinstein, you're really a pro. You got all the news that we need to know. I mean, we know more jingles.
Oh,
how did we turn out halfway normal? I keep asking myself that question.
Well, and we talked about Alan Frank in the past, and one thing that I don't think we ever brought up with them, or maybe we did, was wanting to go to A&W, especially if Al was visiting. And then we just kind of start with, let's all go to A&W. Food's more fun at A&W. Grab yourself a burger, maybe 2 or 3. And then he'd get the hint and go, I want to go to A&W. And that's when, they would come to your window and put the tray on the window and serve your food right at
and we just assumed he had money to buy his burger.
Maybe he never really did. He just did it anyways. He was a good man.
He was a very good man. We probably cost him his rent.
Maybe I can't pay my mortgage this month, but damn it, those kids are going to get A&W.
Thank you, Al. Wherever you are. That's right.
Oh, gosh.
We grew up in a real pop culture kind of time, We were talking about the shoes that we used to wear and, the fashions, the bell bottoms. And
then, some people have been, doing more furniture posting on the Facebook group. But then I remembered that the Flickr, the razor.
Oh, yeah.
That we had and how exciting it was when you had to, rotate the blade to get a new blade, and you knew that you had to get a new one because the next blade you rotated was rusted.
I remember having a huge panic attack one year when I used the blade and I realized it. I don't know why I didn't notice, but it was rusty afterwards. And I thought, oh my God, do I need a tetanus shot? Oh my God. Oh my God. And I kind of, it might have been when I first got my apartment, when I first moved out, but I was phoning everybody and do I need a tetanus shot? When was my last tetanus shot? I just shaved my legs with this rusty thing.
And they rusted, man. Oh
my God. Well, they were always getting wet.
Yeah. They stayed wet in that little.
They were soaking container. In it. Yeah. Marinating in water. These lovely blades.
Oh my gosh.
But that was a gimmick. But they were good, but it was a gimmick.
They were easy to hold.
They really were. And it didn't look mannish,
No.
It didn't have the handle. It was not like the Lady Gillette. We had our own. God. I just think of all the cheesy things that, we thought were just normal.
Yeah, we were gullible consumers, I guess. And once we kind of started making our own money, Mom would say that money's going to burn a hole in your pocket, because we couldn't keep it in our pocket.
It was gone.
It was gone.
We often bought presents for people, like high karate for Dad.
That's true.
Until we found out that he really liked Old Spice. I don't know. I don't think he ever used the high karate.
I totally forgot about high karate.
I can smell it still. And the Old Spice was nice. And we made a point of, lavishing Old Spice on him in soap form and spray and eau de toilette. And up at Bargain Harold's, they had it all.
Oh, my. Yeah, Bargain Harold's, they did well by me. Because I think ours was the very first one, right?
It was,
at the top of Kingston Road and Scarborough Road. And
yeah.
and they were around for a long time. And I had the greatest clothes. And even when I started having kids, I think they were still around. And then the Byway also came in. But man, it was, I guess, equivalent to what Giant Tiger maybe is now.
Yeah. Only smaller scale.
Yeah.
But it before that, it was a Stedman's.
Right.
5 cents.
That's right.
Yeah, 5 cents. Before the dollar store.
Yeah.
The value increased over the years, but yeah, I mean, and Woolworths. I loved going to Woolworths. And,
it was more not even what they sold, but sitting at the lunch counter on those stools, right?
We were fancy. Yeah.
We
were grown up.
Yeah. And with the expectation that we were going to get something to eat. I don't know if we always did. But I think we attempted, and it's like, get off that stool.
Can I have some water?
It was the novelty. And I think we went to the one, at Gerrard and Coxwell. That's the one we went to.
Yeah. There was actually a Woolworths and a Kresge there too.
Yes, that's right. Kresge's. My gosh.
Yeah.
And then there was Towers, that we talked about, and there were so many stores. Sears, Eaton's, I
think it was one of them collected green stamps. Maybe it was Towers.
Do you remember Loblaws? That was at Danforth and Coxwell.
Mm-hmm.
That was Loblaws, right?
Yeah, that's now a Shoppers.
Right. And I think they collected stamps or whatever because a lot of the artwork that were on Grammy's walls were what she got. And I can remember it was like a magazine rack full of all these paintings, right?
Yeah.
They were almost like paint by number, like quality, right? Right? But better,
The cat with the big sad eyes.
Yeah. But
and the French scenes.
You would trade in stamps, I think.
Yeah.
For those. And some of them were so cool. And actually, I still have a couple that Graham had.
They're probably antique now.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted the green stamps because I wanted a melodica. I wanted that melodica. It was green.
Oh, I remember that melodica, yes.
And we got it with green stamps.
Yes.
But she had to buy a lot of groceries. So I was collecting them on and they were giving me the greens. They knew that I wanted it. And I probably had to do chores for it and things.
I remember that.
But I loved it. I can still, when you blew into it, you could still taste the sour spittle. They didn't talk about cleaning the melodica, but it was a cool thing.
That was a cool thing.
Yeah, it was a Honer too. It was a good quality.
Those.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
I was looking at them on Amazon recently. Thinking, hey, melodica.
Oh my god!
Because it's very cool. You blow into it, and it's like a little keyboard thing.
Yeah. It had a white mouthpiece, and the body was green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess you could actually swap out the mouthpiece after a while. But I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed playing that. And, Grampy was always on the lookout for some sort of cool thing that he could bring home that we could play.
It's a wonder he never bought you a drum set. It's like...
I wanted one, but there wasn't room. I remember lobbying for it, and Mom saying, this is when we were still in Grammy's place, and she said, where are we going to, the basement. We put it in the basement. Grampy's little room is down there. You don't want to do that. That's where he goes to nap. Yeah. So, yeah.
You would have put up with it, though.
But when I was 10, she got me the guitar.
That's true.
And she went all the way downtown. I guess she got it at Simpson's or something. But it was a little brown. It's very much like the Taylor guitar I have right now, but the same size, and but not the same quality. But that was my first guitar. And then Grampy took me to the pawn shop when I was 13 or something. All the pawn shops on Church Street down by Queen.
Okay.
And he wanted me. It was probably a Gibson. It was probably an Epiphone or something. But he wanted me. It was like orange and sunburst and really loud because he liked that kind of color. I went, I don't think so. And that's when I got the Yamaha. And started to play for real. Cool. Yeah. I had some cool guitars. I had a 12-string guitar at one point.
I remember that.
Wonder where that went.
It's a good question.
I don't know. But I think one of our brothers ended up with the Yamaha. and decided it was his. I was just lending it to him, but he didn't think that. So, and I still don't know what happened to my 2 little electric guitars. They were left at home thinking they were safe, and Mom sold the house, and I never saw them again. So.
Maybe they went out west, and who knows?
They might have.
I'm sorry.
I just hope it wasn't a Gibson. I hope that red electric guitar was not a Gibson. It would be worth a lot of money right now.
Seriously.
Oh my gosh. I don't think about that too deeply.
It's best not to. I can remember nothing to do with musical instruments, though, but when we ended the school year, we always got a gift or a present given to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember one year, Dad and Mom wanted to buy me a bike, but I wanted a pogo stick.
I remember that.
They tried. I can remember we were somewhere at Shoppers World, and they're going, "No, look at this bike. It's beautiful." And it's like, "No, I want this pogo stick." And I got the pogo stick, and I used that pogo stick all summer.
You liked it.
I loved that thing. That was great.
I wonder if they still make pogo sticks.
I don't know. But yeah, I can still remember them trying to. No, you want the bike? No,
Get the bike. Get the.
I want the pogo stick.
That was a pretty good present. The bike.
Yeah,
They probably saved some money with the pogo stick.
yeah. You think they would have went? Sure, go that way.
We
That's
really
great.
wanted to have the bike.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the same year I got the supercycle, the turquoise one
Oh,
with the white seat,
maybe.
and then we swapped it out for high handlebars and a banana seat.
Man, those are the.
That was a great bike. Coaster. You use your feet to stop.
Well, I can remember
pedals.
the summer I learned to ride a bike without the training wheels. It was my our older brother's bike, and I was so proud of myself. And he was at our grandparents' that weekend, and I was over in the Dominion parking lot riding it.
Mm-hmm.
And come home and I phone him to say, "Hey, guess what? I just learned how to ride a bike on your bike." And no sooner had he was home and then riding the bike back to Grandpa and Grammy's. It's like, okay, I guess I'm not riding that bike no more. But he did win, though, a cool bike.
He did.
Remember from the drugstore at, was that at Beach in Kingston Road area? The drugstore?
Could be, yeah.
It was a draw, and that was a really, that was the high handlebar banana seat.
Spiffy bike.
Yeah, very nice bike. That one I never did get to ride. So
No. But I'm thinking about the Dominion parking lot, which does not exist anymore.
No.
But everybody went there to either learn to ride a bike or, throw a ball against the side of the wall. Or I think Judy took me there to learn how to drive a stick in her beloved Volkswagen Henry. Yeah. And I could not, Henry practically drove himself because any other standard car I tried after that, it wouldn't drive for me. I was just, but he just knew what to do. So, but I have a memory of driving around there and thinking, this is really difficult. You make it look so easy.
But just because you were saying throwing a ball against the wall, do you remember putting the rubber balls, the 3 color ones, into nylons? And then going across, you'd stand up against a wall and you'd put it in front of yourself and go under your leg. And
Right.
Remember that? We did that a lot in our alley at home.
It looked like the Pepsi logo.
Yeah. Those kind of balls. And they really bounced.
Yeah, they were good rubber. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd take a pair of mom's pantyhose and you throw it in.
And sometimes you would really hurt yourself.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Oops. I'm not going to have children. Yeah.
Oh,
it could get pretty intense. And or you could also bop a younger brother and sister with it.
That's true.
It was very good.
That's true.
Really effective. Really effective.
When you're doing dishes and you're getting ticked off with each other and you're going to get that tea towel and you just kind of...
the tea towel. Tea towel fights. Oh, yes. We were deadly.
And I'm sure those listening, they can totally relate.
You can feel that snap.
Oh, my gosh. Nothing worse than a wet tea towel snap.
Well, I'm looking at the time. We didn't talk about anything that we thought we would.
No, we never do.
We're going to talk about boring November, but
Well, we just kind of went and went for the ride.
sideways and
I
up
hope
and down.
you have enjoyed listening. But before we finish this off, I just also want to thank our new members. We've got a few more in the past couple of weeks, so we're now up to 48.
Isn't that great?
That's exciting. So feel free.
48. We're almost at 50.
Yes, exactly. And I don't know. We'll have to see if our members can share it. Well, obviously, because someone came on that we didn't share it to, I don't think. But if you have suggestions, let us know, and we can invite people if you can't. But we can check that in our security on the page.
I think we should have a Christmas party.
Oh, a Zoom Christmas party.
It's like Riverside. We can get a lot of people on this, and we can talk about various crazy things that we did at Christmas time.
That would be so much fun.
Mm-hmm. We could do a couple of them. We could grab some people who probably don't want to be here and make them.
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun, because this time of year, as we're getting closer to Christmas now, of course, it's everywhere you go, and you already feel like you're behind because all the Christmas stuff is out, right? It's just like that fear of missing out is like, oh no.
It's a pressure. It really is.
It is. And all my kids are adults. I do have a 5-year-old granddaughter, but I feel more pressure for my kids than I do for her. So, but I love the time of year that we're going into. So start posting any of your favorite Christmas memories or recipes, and maybe we can we'll figure out where we can go with there.
Maybe we'll come out with a Just Beachy Christmas album.
That would be
we'll sing it on Riverside. Let's sing it on this app.
Well,
let's sing
during COVID. What was her name? She was from Cape Breton. She started a cooking show every Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Mary,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I want to do a live, which we will announce in advance, with Deb at my place.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some baking, and we can do some singing, and we'll actually be in tune because we're in the same room.
Let's sing Jingle Bells really quickly.
Right now?
Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Well, that kind of worked. That kind of worked.
It kind of, but it's a lot slower. Let's sing it normal pace. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
No, we won't do that. We won't do.
Every day I sit beside you on the bus to bed.
All right. Calm down. But we do have some greatest hits.
But anyways, yes, we do. And so we'll do that, and we will announce it in advance. So hopefully, and we can always record it too, right? So if you can't catch us live, which you may not want to.
That might be a little bit.
No,
risky.
We're fun.
We have to get the band back together, man.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah. So you can expect to see that in coming up before Christmas. We will do a live where we will sing and I will bake.
Yes.
And Deb may have
melodica,
not a harmonica.
I will probably have a ukulele and a guitar.
Oh,
yeah. I got a chord book for Christmas, man.
And I have a chihuahua who can accompany us, I'm sure, once we start singing.
Anyway, thank you for listening to whatever this was.
As always, and remember when to listen again.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
You're going to sing do you have a melody out?
Oh, I haven't thought that far. I'll just stick to an unusual one. Just Beachy with Deb and Wendy. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you again soon.